Hi, you're listening to Two Dumb Babies, an animated current events podcast by two comedians who only read headlines. This week, Two Dumb Babies discuss rent strikes, a protest you do from home, and not just because you have to, but because they may change the locks on you. Shelter in place is going to be so difficult without shelter. It's not just that I don't want to pay my rent, it's just so hard to do without money.
What happened to my last month's rent and that deposit you apparently still have?
Yeah, what is that even for if not to cover a month I can't pay?
A deposit is money we give a stranger to allow us to give them more money. Like, if you want to pay me, I'm going to need to see some money first.
It's like if the mafia ran a grocery store.
Yeah, you're going to need a protection fee on this apple. It's 4 times the apple plus last bite.
Yeah, and if you eat the apple, you're never going to see this money again.
Never see it again, you son of a bitch.
Did I just get strong-armed to give you money?
Did I just pay $20 for an apple?
It's like it's the only way to get an apple. It's like, can't I just go pick one off a tree? They're like, no, that's called squatting.
Got away from the mic for you later. You're welcome, Eric. I'm thinking of you.
You clean the mic for me?
I didn't need to do that.
Thank you.
No, I just burped away from it. The mic is still dirty. The mic is filthy. I should probably clean this.
Yeah.
I think last time I recorded I was sick, so that's not good.
How long can it live on foam?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, styrofoam, perfect resting place for the virus.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Oh, God. It's like a honeycomb kind of thing.
Fits
It
into
really
all
just rests very well. At a micro level, it's a perfect place.
You really should have thrown away all foam when this thing happened. I can't stay at home much longer or it'll be squatting.
Do squatters' rights still apply if my place has been condemned by the plague?
We should all really be learning about squatters' rights.
Yeah, they're going to come in handy soon, dude. Where's that handbook? How to live in a place you're not supposed to be.
This is Bukowski. No, I'm allowed to be here until the police come.
Yeah, that's kind of the rule with anything.
Yeah, it's like, you're not my mom or the cops.
Yeah, that's when you finally got to call it. If your mom calls or the police come.
Yeah, both are like, please put down the bat.
Only one of them's like, I love you, though.
One will send you to your room. The other one sends you to prison for life.
The police are like the moms of the world. You're like, go to your room for 25 to life.
I'll bring you food, sort of.
Yeah, I'll bring you food as long as there's no epidemic. And then we're going to abandon you in a jail. You know, like Russia. Like Stalin's Russia. We probably should have guessed that landlords were bad when they put the word lord in the name. Lords are only ever villains.
Most landlords don't even own land.
Yeah, you should be called apartment barons.
Which is what all of your buildings will be if we have to pay rent this month. Did you know that landlord's primarily a male term?
Yeah, if you have a female landlord, it's called sorry, I'm late again. Landlords are trying to get permission to not pay the bank for the month while still charging people rent.
So are we burning banks down? Who am I supposed to hit with this bat?
I can't burn this place down because I live here, but I want to burn something down.
Yeah, I have all this lighter fluid and matches.
Yeah, this $1,200 stimulus check, I'm going to buy a bunch of kerosene and see what happens.
Yeah, the $1,200 stimulus check is going to come once everyone's already out on the streets, and they're like, oh, so this is a deposit now? I've got the deposit. I don't have first or last month's rent.
The only thing standing between most people and homelessness is some Armenian guy who parks his Audi way too close to your Civic.
How does he have an Audi?
Because he doesn't have one job. He has the job of everyone in the building.
Yeah, he is 20 waiters.
Or at least he has the income of 20 waiters.
Landlords are also mad everyone's out of work because it means they're out of work.
Yeah. What am I going to do? My job is your job.
Your jobs are all gone.
My job is just taking money from you. Like, landlords are like the tow trucks of people.
Yeah, they're like the big kid on the playground who shook you down for your lunch money. This is our lunch money.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you want your stuff back? That's like $1,000, buddy. How are you fucking tow trucking me for my house?
I do feel like everyone's forgetting that we can still beat people up.
Yeah, we've forgotten about violence. Violence has kind of gone out the door.
That needs to make a comeback during all this.
If, like, people in the 40s were talking about violence, there would have already been a war. But now everyone's like, oh, I don't like this. And I will take it lying belly up because I'm a pussy.
There would have been people talking about the rent strike and just like one dude would just go and murder his landlord and be like, I took care of it for everyone. We're all good.
Yeah, right. You know why there's no like fucking Martin Luther King of this generation is because we have Twitter. So we have forums you can post all your thoughts and never have to go do speeches.
Our Martin Luther King was already canceled for cheating on his wife.
Yeah, our Martin Luther King has 400 followers on Twitter, and he posts weird shit all day.
If you charge anyone a late fee for rent this month, you're automatically a slumlord.
Why is lord the part that stays in the change from landlord to slumlord? Why do you still get to be a lord?
Well, you see, the first part of the word is whatever the renters live in, and the second part is just how they see themselves.
Tenant sounds medieval.
Tenants all need to be medieval and get their swords out.
Isn't the guillotine also medieval? I think the lords forgot what happened when people called themselves lords. The only people we call lord are God, English senators, and people who don't have real jobs.
Yeah, and sometimes Billie Eilish.
People aren't avoiding paying the rent because they want to. They're avoiding paying the rent because they have to.
That's not a strike. In that case, I'm on a Bugatti strike.
Yeah, I'm also on a Rolex strike. No Rolexes for me, please.
Everyone is striking against whatever they can't afford.
Landlords are also striking against tenants not paying rent.
Yeah, everyone should be like, let us live here, to the people who actually own the building.
Yeah, we should all just be like, please help. If we burn down their house, maybe they'll care.
People are striking for a job now.
They're like, I won't work until I have a job.
They just have signs outside a factory like, give me a job.
We'll work for less.
We'll work for anything, please.
Scabs unite. I'm protesting, but like inside.
We used to make fun of people for armchair activism, and now it's the only type of activism.
Yeah, if you go outside, it's like, you're not being a very good citizen.
Yeah.
Now I get why John Lennon did it so much. Bet in, I can make that.
It's not a strike if it isn't organized. Then it's just not paying rent.
The only people who protest alone are insane Christians and homeless people, and those usually overlap.
If you see more than 3 people together with repent and burn in hell on signs, the world is probably actually ending.
Yeah, they don't have the social skills to actually organize. So if they organize, the world's for real ending.
There's so little left to strike for.
Yeah, tax strike.
Yeah, no more roads.
Roads just cause traffic.
Yeah, we don't need them to get anywhere anymore anyways.
Yeah, what am I even paying for these roads for if I'm not using them during quarantine? Roads are like Tidal. Like, I have other subscriptions to pay for.
At least the climate strike worked.
Yeah, everyone marched and passed around the virus so no one can go outside anymore, and it saved the climate.
Did we actually save the whales?
The sky hasn't been this clear since before they invented the assembly line.
They're giving out $1,200 stimulus checks to everyone. That's not even rent for a lot of people.
Kids make more of their bar mitzvah.
I actually never had mine. You think I could cash in on that now?
I think it's too late.
Damn it.
Like, there's no sliding scale for people in higher cost areas.
If I get $1,200 in San Antonio, I'm buying a strip club.
$1,200 in San Francisco isn't even enough for an Uber to the strip club. There's going to be a bunch of homeless venture capitalists in San Francisco. Like, we'll invest for money. Enough of us have to do the rent strike, or they're just going to evict people.
Late fees are enough to stop a revolution. Maybe we just don't want it bad enough.
Yeah, like, what if the French in the 1700s were like, $75 if I don't pay by the 3rd? Well, I don't need freedom.
Les Miserables would have been a lot shorter.
Yeah, let the king live. Who cares? An entertained population cares so much less about its own freedom.
The same amount of money exists as before the pandemic, right?
Probably even more because the government printed so much during this whole thing.
So the money is somewhere, right?
They're in the businesses that aren't paying its employees. That's where all the money is. Rich people are hoarding money like poor people are hoarding toilet paper.
They're just like, I'm not giving you any of this until there's lots more of it.
Yeah, I need all of this. Just in case.
Until I know that when I give this out to you guys, you're going to then spend it on my stuff again.
I need all of this in case you riot and try to kill me for my money.
Yeah, how am I going to pay for my security guards?
Well, if you haven't paid rent yet, then don't ask me for any money come September when you're homeless.
You know, now's a great time to rekindle your relationship with your parents because you're going to probably have to move back into wherever they live.
They're not that bad, okay? Get over it.
Maybe just move in with your landlord and pay for a room in their... damn it.
You know, if you just don't open the door for 7 years, then you technically can live there. That's how squatters' rights work. Then you're like, all right, I've emerged, and this is my apartment forever now.
Now's when we find out if you stocked up on canned goods or bullets.
If you do get evicted, you could always live in your landlord's Audi.
At least you don't have to paint any stupid signs for this. You can just repost other people's memes.
Now's a good time to move home. But don't take any planes, because that's how you get your parents sick. Well, you know what? Sometimes you get evicted. Deal with it.
At least if you get evicted, you get to go outside again.
Hey, just remember your landlord probably never learned how to fight. So, do with that with what you may. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully in the same room that you're currently watching this in.
Enjoy sleeping in your bed, at least for, a few more nights.
Thanks for watching, and remember, the police can't come till September.
Yeah, they have to keep at least 6 feet away from you. Handcuffs are so hard to put on a person when you have to be 6 feet away from
If
them.
you hoard enough toilet paper, you can probably pay your landlord in that. So, well, we'll see you next time. Hey, we'll see you next time on Two Dumb Babies. My landlord's my mom, so I don't know what you guys are complaining about. Why don't you just talk to your mom, okay? It's not that hard.
If you're anything like me, you just have to tell your mom you love her, and then she won't kick you out.
If you're anything like me, you just have to tell your landlord she's the best mom in the world, and you wouldn't kick me out, or you're a terrible mother.
Yeah, half of you had your rent paid by your mom anyways.
I don't know, dude. Stay safe. I love you.
It's going to be okay. We'll get through this together. We're all in this together.
We're all in this together. I love you. Imagine
all the people.
people.
Thank you guys for listening. You can follow the show at Two Dumb Babies on all social media. You can follow Eric at Eric J. Freedman and Willie at William F. Salmon. Please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we drop the animated episodes, behind the scenes, and additional content. New episodes drop every Monday. Please subscribe, rate, and leave a comment on the podcast. We'll see you all on another episode of Two Dumb Babies. Bye-bye, dummies.